Alright, so today we're gonna do tips and tricks on Cataclysm. I posted a community post and majority of you said you wanted Cataclysm for tips and tricks. So here we are today doing Cataclysm. A very good level to do as a beginner extreme. I wouldn't recommend it as your first extreme, to be honest. I would recommend it as one of your first few extremes though, because this level can be kind of devastating if you fail at the end. So I wouldn't recommend it as a first extreme. We'll get to those in the future. I might make a video recommending some first extremes to you. But Cataclysm, not really one, but good for after your first extreme, in my opinion. Anyway, this level, very good for ship control and a bunch of other stuff like that. I really think this is a great level. So, it's not the best gameplay-wise, but I think it's a great level to improve your skill. So, tips and tricks for Cataclysm, some mindset tips, and just tips on how to get through the parts as well. I'll give you some mindset tips later for when we get there. So, let's go ahead, get into Cataclysm. Because, yeah, you guys suggested it. So, Cataclysm, I need to relearn this a bit as well, but this beginning cube isn't too difficult. Be patient, because you're always going to just pass this part. Yeah, it's going to be quite boring. I always went for the coin here, because why not? And then, yeah, then this is where the level gets hard. The level gets hard right here. The wave part is so difficult when you're first starting out. This wave part is super difficult. For here, you just want to do 2 strokes like that, okay? And then go down here, and then click a little bit later. Don't click too late, and then go up there. And then do 2 strokes, and then go down. Don't do what I did there, though. You want to go up just a bit like that so you don't land here. And then here's where it gets really hard. You have to, these are like really precise timings. Just click. I would suggest like clicking right as you're about to hit the edge. That's just how you have to do it. You have to accept it that way. It'll get into your muscle memory. I can show you me doing it. There we go. I got the wave down. Okay. So yeah, that wave, it is a big choke point. Alright, so now we get to the ship part. Okay, yeah, that wave takes a while to get consistent, dude. Okay, yeah, it takes time. You need to be patient with this level. Patience is key, not only to this level, to every single level in this game. Patience is just a skill you'll need from out. It's something that I need too, and I'll tell you how to increase your patience with some other levels as well. I'll suggest those in a video I'll make later on about like some beginner extremes that I will suggest. So anyway, we get to the ship part here. Memorize where you'll memorize. It gets consistent. You will be able to memorize where you turn mini and turn big. So you really just really want to memorize it, and it'll get into your muscle memory. It's not too hard, but you might want to practice it a bit, like I did. I accidentally did 17 to 100 on this level, by the way, before I beat it, which was kind of sad, but I still did it. I still kept going, and I did it. I also did 28 to 100 on the artificial set 4 times, because I really need to practice Michigan, but yeah. If you really need to practice a part, don't worry if you do a run like that, okay? Don't worry about it, please. Alright, and then we get to this blind wave. This blind wave is really hard. It's really hard, but you have to memorize it. You can memorize it with the black stuff in the background. Just be really careful. You have to brute force it, kind of, just like clicking as much as possible. Like, just don't get out of control in that area. You want to be nice and smooth in that area. Don't want to click too much, but also you don't want to click too little either. So, we get to this ball part as well. This ball part isn't too difficult. All you do really is just buffer click everything. And then we get to the slow ball part. This part's a bit harder though. You just want, it's just timings. You'll learn the timings. Yeah, you'll learn those timings, so it won't be too difficult. And then we get to the UFO. The UFO here, click right as you get into that portal, and then click that right as you can hit it. And then this, you don't have to worry about. You can just buffer right as you turn into a cube. Okay, so for this UFO, the rest of the UFO, I like clicking twice in those portals, but like, don't do what I did. Click it once here and then once right before this portal, because otherwise you're not going to land in it and you'll land on the spike here. Yeah, just like that. That UFO, it gets pretty consistent, but it's not horrible. It gets pretty consistent, so, but you still can die there. Just don't be mad when you die to spots, okay? Don't expect to beat it every attempt. That is a mindset tip I have to give you. That mindset, if you don't have that, if you expect to beat it every attempt, that mindset will destroy you. I hate having that mindset. I get that mindset a few times. I had it so much in Artificial. And when I didn't have it, I was in a good mood. When I did have it, I was in a terrible mood. So don't expect it. Don't expect to beat it every tip. I know it's kind of hard to change your mindset. It's very hard, but you have to like kind of force it. So yeah, don't expect to get past something every attempt. Okay. But anyway, we get to the ship part, and yes, this is a huge choke point of the level. This ship part is just, I'm sorry, but it is kind of luck. It is a lot of luck. Yeah, just expect to die here a lot. Just expect to die to this part a lot, okay? I want you to expect to die here a lot, because that will make your mindset better. So don't be sad if you die here. And now you get to this part. This part is very just kind of hard to like control. I mean, it's hard to practice a bit because like of that first transition coming out of it. So, but this part is not too hard compared to the rest of the level. Yeah, you want to be very careful here though. You want to click micro click, okay? You don't want to click for too long. You just want to do a simple micro click so you don't mess up. All right, and then you get to this part. You can do that. I originally did this, but then I started doing this where I just click once. It's personal preference. I don't know what to do really, to be honest, because I did that first and then did this because like if you can't click fast, I would recommend clicking only once. But if you can do that, it makes you feel more comfortable. Go ahead. And then, once you get here, you just want to hold, you want to buffer that and hold, and then go up here, and then you get into the ball section. This ball section is very easy, except for a few choke points. There's a lot of buffers, but you want to be very careful, especially at this UFO, okay? It gets into your muscle memory very quickly. But this part can kind of kill you. It can really kill you. And also remember to go up there, you'll probably remember that. And be careful, there can be like some inconsistencies if you click weirdly, but other than that, it's fine. Okay, the ship part. This ship part is super hard. I died here 9 times trying to beat this level, and man, it got me very angry. Just expect to die here a lot, because it will happen, okay? Please do not get mad if you die here. You're gonna die here a lot, probably, so just expect that. I'm telling the truth, man. You're probably going to die here a lot. So, don't get angry if you die here, because it's probably going to happen. I know people, you could get lucky, but it's not going to happen for sure, probably. Most likely. Okay? Anyway. This is where the ship control really comes in, though. You really need to be careful with your ship. I would just recommend practicing this part a ton, okay? And then we get to the dual ship. I definitely just go for the coin here, because it's way easier to go for the coin than not go for the coin, because you have to, like, kind of glide up. But if you just go for the coin, you can just straight fly through, and it's fine. But expect to die here a lot, too, because it's a dual ship. It kind of sucks. And you have to be very careful going through that gap as well. That tight gap. Yeah, that tight gap. It's gonna be hard to get through. So, yeah, there's a few choke points on that last ship. I will tell you, practice that a ton. Do not underestimate that part. It's gonna be a huge choke point. You're probably gonna die to it, like, several times. I died to it 9 times. I consider that average luck, I guess. But, I don't know. Anyway, now we get to the wave part. Please be careful at this part, okay? It is harder than you'll think, okay? I know it seems easy, and yes, it's way easier compared to the rest of the level. But please, if you die here, do not get demotivated, okay? I know it's going to create a huge mind block if you get demotivated, if you die here. Because if you die there, yes, it's sad, I know. But I would recommend expecting to die there once. So at least you don't have a huge mind block when you die there. Because if you get a mind block, it ruins your chances of beating the level. And if you do get the mind block, I recommend taking a break from the game. That's what I do. That's what I did with Artificial Ascent. I took a break for 1 day, and I came back and I beat it. That's what I also did that with Rash. I took a break for 4 days, and then came back, and I beat it this day I came back. So if you get demotivated, I would recommend taking breaks, okay? Breaks are overpowered, okay? Just please be careful with your mindset on this game, okay? Now we get to the ending here. I clicked this late actually to get the coin. Because otherwise you can really mess up here by clicking this too early or clicking it too late. So I recommend just hitting this late if you want the coin. If you don't want the coin, then just go about your day. Okay. Then you get to the end. You have to have really good nerves. Like you have to have be able to control your nerves here because, man, you do not want to fail the straight fly. Because if you fail the straight fly, that is gonna be so sad. But please just don't get demotivated if you die at the end, because it should be a motivator. If you get to the end, you should know that you're able to get back there, even though yes, it's going to create a mind block. Try best way to avoid mind blocks is just to expect to die to the end. That's how you avoid mind blocks. I know it's going to be hard to change your mind about it, but you have to make a good mindset. So yeah, that's Cataclysm for you. I really think this is a great level to improve your skill in this game. I'll recommend some extremes to improve your skill, and I won't go in depth, but I'll make some more videos like this. So yeah, Cataclysm, a great level to do. I really think everyone should do this level at some point if they get to the skill level. So yeah, good luck if you're doing this. I hope to see some people who watch this video are victorious. So yeah, I'll see you guys. Goodbye.